Shalom, Israel. It's your boy Hebrew Son. I'm doing this video. This is a little bit of a different topic for me because I don't know. This is an area that I don't usually talk about in great detail, but I felt like it should be addressed. I was talking to a brother. I think it was, yesterday. Another brother yesterday, and he asked me a question. And actually, what I did was I told him, I said it was a good question. So I said, hey brother, you know what? I'm gonna answer your question, but I'm gonna leave your name out, but I'm gonna post the answer on YouTube because I'm pretty sure this question is a question that many Hebrews deal with, and it's so detailed. The answer is so detailed. I don't even know if I'm gonna be able to hit all the points of this question. But I'm going to read the question. I'm not going to say his name. I'm going to read the question, and then I'm going to attempt to shed some light, if I may, if y'all willing. The question was, what do I do about my wife's weight gain? It has come to the point where I am no longer sexually attracted to my wife. This is such a big problem in my house, it is hard for me to embrace her. I've tried to talk to her and tell her about her weight gain on many occasions, but the conversation usually leads to tears and anger. How do I approach my wife and tell her that she is becoming unattractive to me and I need for her to lose weight? And then the second part of the question, he wants to know, is it a good idea for him to just get another wife, a sister wife, along with the wife that he has? This question has many different variables. But the first thing that I want to touch on is your approach, brother. I'm gonna shed some light about my situation. Me and my wife, we've been married. It's going on 10 years this year. I'm still young. I'm a young man. I'm only 29 years old. It's been going on 10 years that we've been married, and we have a few experiences in those 10 years. And one of the things when we first got married that I used to struggle with big time was, it seemed like every time I would talk to my wife, it would end up her crying and me frustrated. And for the life of me, I could not understand why I thought something was wrong with her. Because every single time we talked, there was something wrong, and she was always crying. Every single time we talked, and I'm trying to figure out, what is this woman's problem? I thought she had a serious problem, because it's like she could never, ever go 5 minutes talking to me without crying. And so one day we were talking about something, and I said to her, I said, what is your problem? Why are you crying all the time? And, you know, my wife, she's real submissive, humble spirit. And she didn't say nothing. I said, hello, excuse me. What is the problem? And and she said, well, I want to tell you the problem, but I don't want you to become offended. I said, what are you talking about, offended? I'm not going to get offended because you answer my question. I want to know what your problem is. I'm tired of every time I talk to you, you end up in tears. And she still was extremely hesitant, you know, and we were talking, and I said, now tell me what the problem is. What is your problem? And she looked at me and she said, you. And I was like, what? And exactly what she said. I got offended. I was like, me? What you mean, me? I'm the man. How am I having a problem? You the one crying? I'm the man. There's no way that there's the problem with me. So I got offended just like she said I would. And me, I don't know about you other brothers. I'm gonna squeal on myself. But me, you know, when I get offended or my wife says something that kind of catch me off guard, I used to try and redirect. I was like, you know what? You better watch your mouth. You better watch it, and you better check your spirit, because you know what? I'm not gonna be having that. And she went away crying again, and I went away frustrated again. And but what happened later on that day, I forgot what I was doing, but I was thinking about the whole. I'm like, I'm tripping. Like, she talking about it's me. Like, she was wrong with her. You know what I'm saying? It's me. I'm the man. I ain't got no problem. You the one crying. Who got the problem? And then it dawned on me, like, maybe you is the problem. And so from that point on, I started to pray and ask the Most High, teach me how to deal with my wife. Because it started to become more and more apparent to me that she didn't operate the same way I operated. Okay? Brothers, we have to understand our wives are emotional creatures. We are as emotional. So a lot of times our approach to them, especially with a sensitive topic, is the defining factor in which that will be determining the determining factor concerning if we actually help them or if we hurt them. Even though we can come with every scripture in the Bible, we can come with every truth and all understanding. You can be 100% right in your answer or in your request or whatever, but if it's not in the spirit of love, generally they don't receive it. And if they do receive it, there's usually some kind of a repercussion that comes because we didn't come to them in the spirit of love. And to get on with answering this question, I mean, the first point is, you know, brother, first of all, you if you telling her you fat, then I'm gonna tell you right now, your labors are gonna be in vain, brother, because a woman has to feel honored. She has to feel as though she is attractive, even though at this point you're saying she's not attractive. You are basically her motivation. You are her strong tower. You have to be that person in her life that is so sensitive to what she needs that you would do whatever it takes to withhold what's in you or cause it to come out in a way that she can receive what you're saying. And secondly, brother, you got to understand this too. I mean, us brothers, we have to understand, you know, we are the head of our households. And a lot of time I don't think we understand the dynamic of what that means. That means everything that goes on in your household is your responsibility. If your wife is getting overweight, or if your wife is becoming to the point where she's unattractive, that is your responsibility. It ain't just her responsibility. You can't just say, look, you're getting too fat, do something about it. You can't do that. You have to take responsibility for her weight gain. If there's a diet change that needs to happen, if you need to implement a healthier eating habits, if you need to train her in how to work out or how to control her appetite or curve her or whatever is necessary to do, you have to be the first one on the boat. You have to be the first one to step up to the plate and say, hey, you know what? This is what we are getting ready to do. Not just you. I'm not going to put you out here. This is what we are getting ready to do.